Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sadia Sheikh, your host from Pakistan Coaching Alliance. Today we are again here with another incredible guest with and वही जो कि हमारा हर थर्सडे का रिचुअल होता है वी कम विथ न्यू गेस्ट एंड न्यू अमेजिंग गेस्ट ईच एंड एवरी टाइम विथ सो मच विजडम एंड नॉलेज फॉर यू guys. So let's begin and let's welcome our today's guest. I'm so excited to have you, Jana Hargash. Jana is a certified life coach who helps corporate professionals create a clear, intentional path with like into to part time within 6 months. To part time within 6 months. Wow, that's amazing. Her like a women without ever thinking and of self sabotage. Her coaching is where fully mindset meets strategy, helping people building priority, confidence, and real movement instead of being stuck in burnout cycles. Jana brings a very practical approach, yet deeply human approach to change. And today we will be diving into her inner dialogue and decision making, and what it really takes to design an exit that feels aligned and doable. Welcome, Jana. We are so glad to have you, Jana.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here today with you, Sadia. Thank you for inviting me to your podcast.
Thank you for coming here. First of all, Jana, I really want to know about yourself, like how you begin your journey of coaching and when you have decided. Because we have talked and you told me that you belong from a finance professions, finance profession, right? And then yet
Yeah.
and totally turn into that coaching. Uh, think how it happened. What led you here?
Yeah. Yeah. So today I am a coach, but I wasn't always. I used to be a tax consultant. I worked in finance. I was a strategic partner, usually for the CFOs, to help them with the tax agendas, to create a. So I was responsible for the tax flows, not just locally, but usually across Europe, and I was. Like turning these complex tax rules into workflows that worked for teams and how to work with the data and how to work with taxes. I enjoyed the work, but the thing is that for years I lived in severe burnout mode, and it's not a nice place to be. And I needed to change something. I even tried a sabbatical for quite some time, but even when I was supposed to rest, it didn't turn out the way I thought it would. And because I only exchanged the stress at work for the stress at home. So this kept me in the burnout cycle even longer. But then I knew that I needed to change something deeper. And through and it's 3 years ago when I discovered what actually started or accelerated my healing process, which was addressing my inner dialogue. And when I found out that this was it truly was a breakthrough for me. And once I realized it, that this accelerated my health, my recovery, I wanted to share it so badly with the world. So I knew that I needed to start talking about it, because burnout can feel even so isolating. So I got my coaching certifications, and I started to share more about my journey and about coaching online. So that's how I got here.
Wow, it sounds so amazing, and I think it must be tough for you too, right? As well,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
it
And
seems
today,
easy, but it does not. I can feel that.
no, and like I today I bring into my coaching, like you said, like mindset and the strategy. Because after having so many conversations with burnout professionals, I realized that it's not always about people want to change something real in their lives. They want to build something, and honestly, I'm always so inspired to see people building something of their own. So I wanted to be the one to help them. And why I'm connecting the strategy thing is because I have the strategic background from finance and from my previous career. And even while building my own business, I have this experience of building it, of building the business, and not just the strategic part, but also overcoming all the things that happen in our heads, like overthinking, self-sabotaging cycles. So
That's
this
the
is
most common pattern everyone feels like. That's overthink is the most common pattern, and self sabotage. I can feel that because I think in every situation, in every work, you go through these things, most probably.
exactly.
So
So that's
Jana,
why I want.
you work with burnout profile. Yeah, you're saying something. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Finish you. First, you
Yeah,
finish. Then I will ask you.
um yeah, so that's why I because building something of your own, building a business or a side project, however you want to call it, or whatever season you are in, it's it's rarely hard because of the strategy alone. We need to work on these inner and mindset issues. So that's what I bring together with my
So
coaching.
yeah, my next question is totally related to it. Like you work with burnout corporate professional who wants to go part time. What does their inner dialogue usually sound like at the exact moment they start considering this shift?
Yeah, so I think that this moment is quite can be quite well defined. This is the moment when they experience like, I don't want to keep questioning what if. Like they have they've had this dream for quite some time. They've had this goal for quite some time to build something of their own, and they don't want to keep questioning what if, like to for example go on the same way in their lives for next 5 for next 10 years, and then realize I haven't given this dream a chance, I haven't this project a chance. So that's usually when they decide to take it seriously and give it a chance. And that's also sometimes when they connect with someone like me.
Yeah, that's pretty much sure. Like they should contact with you because you have that much, like you can relate to that feeling and that experience, I guess. So yeah. Okay, so when someone is burnout but is still high performing, right? How does their inner dialogue keep them stuck? Like how? Even when they know something has to change.
Yes, so unfortunately, this is very common that high performing individuals get in this burnout mode, and they keep pushing harder. They keep pushing harder. And the thing that's keeping them stuck is basically the thoughts that I will just I will just do this one more thing and it will be all okay. I will just finish this busy season and it will all calm down. But we all know that in life that's usually not the case.
You'll never
After
end, yeah.
every yes, so after every goal, we immediately go to the next goal. That's where even arrival fallacy comes in. The fact that even we think that things will calm down or things will finally be like we want them to be, but usually we just jump to the next thing. And especially high performance, they immediately go to the next thing. So what I often remind them, uh, and I want to I like these conversations. I like these conversations with these people. These are very inspiring people. But we need to remind ourselves like what is already working right now, and how can we make the journey more enjoyable, not just to wait for the goal to be reached.
Yeah, amazing. Like you mentioned, stopping overthinking and self sabotage. How much of that is driven by fear based inner dialogue, like rather than external circumstances?
Yes, and you're right. And you said it at the beginning that the overthinking is very, very common. And overthinking, we need to look at it. What function does it fulfill for ourselves? And overthinking is a safety mechanism. So it is very fear-based connected, because we want to our brains need to keep us alive. the main priority or main job of our brain is to keep us alive, to survive, for us to survive. And everything that our brains and we've already experienced throughout our lives, that's the familiar. They know, they have the experience that we can survive this. But anything new, it's a threat. So they want to, so let's face it, overthinking is still very safe because we are just in our heads, we are not taking real action in real world, in real life. So this is a safety and protection mechanism from our brain. And the tricky thing about overthinking is that we usually think that we are being productive. So this is also this form of productive procrastination, right? And regarding self-sabotage, I it is connected with these safety mechanisms of our nervous system, but I see it a little bit differently because self-sabotaging patterns usually appear once we start growing. So we can see it even as a good part once we know ourselves well enough, and we can see it as a confirmation that we are growing. And the pattern appears just because it wants us to keep again in the familiar, in the safe comfort zone that we already know. So this is a sign of growth, but there are ways how to work with that and to move forward.
Great. I guess. Wait, what do you think? Burnout, well, burnout caused because of overthinking. One of the main reason of burnout is overthinking. What do you think about that?
Mm, I think that mostly a reason for burnout is like there are several types of burnout, and the most common ones are the like exhaustion burnout, like where we don't have any energy left. So that's one common type. And another common type is a misalignment burnout. When we keep doing something, for example, we are not aligned with our jobs, or with our jobs don't give us the meaning that we would like to be living, that we would like life to have. That's why often also helps like build something of your own that will give you this fulfillment, that will give you this meaning. Because even though you might fear that you won't that you won't have enough energy for it, but when you work on something that matters, it gives you energy. I'm not saying it's easy, like I don't want to set incorrect expectations here, but or the work that is aligned and fulfilling also can give you energy. And this is a spark that we need to get out this dark place.
Yeah. Okay. So, in your coaching, where does inner dialogue fit between mindset and strategy? Can a solid exit plan work if the internal conversation has not shifted? In case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that internal dialogue, especially, is definitely on the more mindset part, right? Like, but for the strategy, I believe that it's a foundational. It's basically a foundational skill, because, uh, as I like to say, we are always in our heads. So let's make it a nice place to be. And this is also important in this
Yes, to live.
context
Yeah.
because when yeah, exactly. So this is also important in this context because we need to be the support for ourselves. We need to, we don't, uh, the way forward is not to keep pushing on ourselves harder and harder, to keep counting on discipline. This is not a sustainable strategy. It doesn't work long term. So if we address the internal dialogue, if we become the support system that we need, that we bring the compassion, sometimes even challenge ourselves, but in a nice way, in a good way, like you would a friend or a kid if you wanted to support them or coach them. So you wouldn't bully them into the next action. But sometimes the like the internal critic in some people, they represent more of a function of a bully instead of a supportive coach, and we need to address this so we can build upon it.
Hmm, right. Okay. So what are some common internal statement you use to help people stay motivated when things feel overwhelming? you hear from the clients right before the delay, or reframe those like
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? You were breaking a little bit.
reframe those? Uh, Jana, are you there? Did you hear me?
Yes,
Should I
I
repeat
didn't
my
hear the
question?
question. Yes, please.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. I was asked, what are some common internal statements you hear from clients right before the delay or abandon their exit plan, and how do you help them reframe those, right?
Mm, yes. So for example, the one I mentioned is that I just need to be more disciplined, and this is very common with high achievers. They keep pushing harder, but we need to reframe it into like to accept. First of all, we need to accept where we are. We need to because resistance is only building additional pressure, only keeping us tight, and we cannot really move in we are if we are in this state. So uh, we need to set correct expectations. We and what I like helping people with is also like setting experimental mindset. We don't need to see things as all or nothing. We just need to try something to do the next step, to try the next step, to take the safe next step, so we don't keep stuck in the loops that we talked about. And so um, so yeah, and regarding the discipline, as I mentioned, don't the reframe is to look at what we are already doing, and that it is already enough with the energy that I currently have.
Okay, amazing. So, Jana, for someone like listening right now, uh, who feels exhausted but afraid to act, what's one inner dialogue shift that could immediately move them from stuck to intentional?
um yeah, so we from stack to intentional. Okay, so we often see things as all or nothing. So we either see that we are here or there, but there is so much room in between, so many steps in between. And every big goal, every big dream is only built one step at a time. So this is the approach that we need to kind of move it more into, to like, what is my next step? Not to overwhelm ourselves with, okay, I just need to jump from this place of total beginner to this place of total expert. We need to see what the journey looks like, and to take and those steps, and to learn how to take them sustainably without draining ourselves even more.
Amazing. I think this is the most, I think, intentional, I think, thing they can do. And if you could rewrite the inner dialogue of every burnout corporate professional in one sentence, what would you want it to say?
Okay, so let me just these people are professionals. You said it. These people are usually high achievers, so they are truly capable. So one reframe they can try, and they have the proof that they are capable. So they could try, I am capable, and I am sorry, I am capable, and I am able to make my dreams come true. So I have the agency over my next steps, and my life so far has proven that I am the capable one. So embrace this identity of the high agency.
Wow, amazing. Okay, it was having. I'm just enjoying this conversation, Jana. I'm so much like.
Me too.
So before we have like we have a limited time period. So Sally, before we going into end to towards end, I want to do a simple rapid fire round if you're ready. So
Let's
quick
try
rapid
that.
fire round. You have to be very quick. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Burnout or boredom?
Mm, and So what to address first, or
Burnout or boredom?
so definitely address burnout first.
No, it's not about like what you choose or what you address first. It's what according to your choice or something. It could be like that also. So whatever you choose,
So I'd
burnout or
rather be bored. So then I'd rather be bored than burnout. So
yeah, I
depends on
think
the angle.
that's, yeah. One inner thought that keep professionals stuck the longest.
I just need to be more disciplined.
All right, overthinking or fear. Which one
Mm,
shows up more?
oh, overthinking.
The most common lie people tell themselves before going part time.
Mm, this is not possible for me.
That sentence will hit many people, I guess. Corporate identity, comfort or cage.
Uh, Comfort.
Mindset first or strategy first.
Mindset first.
A sentence you hear often from self-sabotaging clients.
Mm, why is this always happening?
Oh my god. Somewhere. So yeah.
And this question
Alright.
actually shows that it's a pattern, so they already
Yeah.
recognize it in their life. So, and that's a good thing, because once we recognize a pattern, we can then work with it. So
Yeah. I think that's the main awareness where we start working on it. Once we are aware, we start working on it. So yeah. One inner dialogue shift that creates immediate clarity.
mm, so for example, from the all or nothing to there is a whole spectrum.
Nice. Stability or freedom?
Freedom.
Right. What's harder, leaving corporate or trusting yourself?
mm, Trusting yourself, but it's much more
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. You start trusting yourself. Yeah. But the burnout recovery, rest or boundaries?
Boundaries.
A belief someone must drop before building sustainable momentum.
This is supposed to be easy.
Part-time life in one word.
Sorry, again. I didn't hear you.
Part-time life in one word.
Could you please repeat it one? I didn't hear what in
Part-time
one word.
life in one word.
Okay, freedom. Sorry.
Alright. No, that's okay. If fear had a voice, what would it say?
if
Fear.
if we're you can't do this.
One sentence you want listeners to repeat to themselves this week.
I am capable to take my own life into my own hands.
Wow, that's amazing, Jana. That's it. And you were really quick. Thanks for that. And thanks for coming and joining us today. I have learned a lot from you, and I think people will too. I guess it's this is a much needed conversation, I feel, and every corporate professional should listen to that, who wants to move or do some real time business or some part time work. So he or she must listen this podcast. So thanks for that, Jana. Any words for your listeners? Anything you want to say in end with any? You can say that.
Thank you so much for having me. I also enjoy this conversation. So if you want to follow up with this conversation, you can find me on LinkedIn, and yes, we can talk further about, and I will be happy to talk with you again, even if you wanted to.
Yeah, guys, please reach out to her, Jana Hargash, and we will drop her link above also with her name, so you can directly uh, just click his her name and then go to her profile and reach and ask any question if you have, apart from these questions which we have already asked to her. Thank you so much, Jana. Okay, guys, see
Thank
you next week with another incredible host. Oh, sorry, incredible guest. So see you then. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
thank you. Bye bye.